Hi, it's Nocona. So I went to Sedona the week after Memorial Day this year, 2021, and did some amazing shadow work with Kurt and Mariposa at Inner Journeys once again. First, what I want to talk about literally blew my mind. This whole experience, and it might end up being in two parts just because we went back in a meditation to two different times in my life when I needed self-love, like Nocona as a child and then Nocona as an adult. So this self-love meditation started with like of a shamanic journey where you go down, you step down into, and then you open a door and there you are, right? So what it was you needed, I picture a time when I could have used someone to just give me love, to give me validation, to give me love, someone to hear what I had to say and just say, yeah, that's fucked, or yeah, that's wrong, or I'm so sorry, that's got to be so frustrating, whatever. And a hug, just giving yourself self-love. So the first time I did this, this was a session with Kurt, and he said, go back, as a child, a time when you would have needed. So when I opened that door, so he's like, don't decide what you're going to see until you get there. When you open the door, something will be there, and that's someone in your past. That was some you some you in your past that needed help. So I did the whole go down the steps and then open the door, and it was little Nocona again. So I've already gone back and visited her once. But little Nocona, 3-4 years old, whatever, I just let her vent, just heard her out. What is wrong? Why are you throwing a temper tantrum? So little Nocona, people who knew me then knew me for my temper tantrums. They were epic. They were horrible. They were like that child screaming across the grocery store type of event. That was me, not gonna lie. So I went back to little Nocona, who was in the middle of one of those tirades, and it was just like, what's going on, what's wrong? And little Nocona just kind of vented about, nobody listens to me, nobody takes what I want or have to say into consideration. I make suggestions, no one listens to me, everyone hates me, my siblings, Kimmy, Jean, and Adrian tried to drown me, and everybody hates me, and it was just letting her just get it off her chest. And even just in that act alone, just having little Nocona get that off of her chest and express it, felt like a weight had been lifted off of me. Okay, so there's that to begin with. And then, of course, Kurt had us approach my parents. And so the whole thing went into how, you talking to your parents, and you need to step up for this child, and this, that, and whatever, and their attitudes and how they interacted. And then, great big hug, and I'll always be here for you type of thing. Okay. So that was pretty amazing. And of course I sat there with just tears just streaming down my face the whole time, right? I mean, I'm in a meditation, I'm doing my whole meditation thing, but just tears streaming down my face. So then Kurt's like, okay, well, we're done with that. Well, let's do more modern times. He said, didn't you say you got fired? And I'm like, yes, I did. He goes, well, then go back to that Nocona and see how you can be of assistance for her. So we went down the stairs, the meditation of going down the stairs and open the door. And there I was the night I got fired, My boyfriend at the time is laying there, and I'm kind of watching this, kind of like a fly on the wall type of thing. So I'm kind of watching the scene of how this all went down. So I'm laying on his bed. I couldn't go home and do this because I was the following week taking my daughter on college tours in Texas, and if she knew I had been fired, there was no way she would have gone. And so I had to collect myself before I could go home. So anyway, I'm laying on his bed, and I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of comatose. I'm like, in this fetal position of, oh my God, are you kidding me? This just fucking happened to me. This really just fucking happened to me. I'm like seething. I felt very betrayed. There was a lot of betrayal coming off of me. Because remember the guy, we were friends, whatever. So I'm looking at, and he's going, the energy coming off of him is, we've only been dating a little while. I don't know that I want to deal with this. This is such bullshit. It was just, he kind of was like, kind of freaking out. Like, I don't know that I want to be in the middle of this, was his attitude, his demeanor. And yet at the same time, kind of clueless as to how to deal with it, right? I mean, this is a guy who literally has no idea how to deal with female emotions and all that stuff, right? So it was a combination of that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you have ever heard the story from me, I talk about that night, how in his devout faith somehow had given me this amazing amount of warm gold light, like straight to my heart. And the way it felt to me was like it was his heart to my heart. And that kind of rejuvenated me enough that night to be able to function, right? So I could go home and deal with my kids and all that stuff. So I had always given him credit for that, right? And he's like, oh yeah, just something I do. It's, it's just something I do. So he took credit for it. I always just gave him credit for it. So I'm sitting here watching this fly on the wall, right? This situation during this meditation. And he's doing this. I don't know that I want to deal with this. What the fuck do? I have no idea how to deal with women. I'm doing this comatose, what the fuck? And I'm like sitting there and I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, do the thing, do the heart thing, do the heart thing, make her better. Do the heart thing, do the heart thing. He didn't do the heart thing. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. I know Reiki. I can do the heart thing. I can do it. Y'all, I was my own Patronus. I gave myself Reiki. June, couple weeks ago. On October 8th of 2019 when I got fired. Right. It's fucking amazing what we are capable of if we just get out of our own way. And when I say get out of our own way, it's what I mean is know and recognize that you can do whatever the fuck you want. You just have to know you can do it, right? My mind is still just freaking blown. But I did it. I mean, I was there both times. First time, I hadn't had a spiritual awakening yet. First time, I was an atheist. I was still, fighting the reality of my life due to the wounds of my childhood. It was my own Patronus. I was my own Patronus. Anyway, so that was pretty fucking mind-blowing, not gonna lie. I don't have any clue off the top of my head, or I've thought about it for the last few weeks. I don't have any idea if there are any other points in my life where I go back and do Reiki on myself. I probably am going to, because I can think of a half dozen points in my life where that boost of energy, that love would absolutely make the biggest difference in the way that my life functions. So Kurt did give me like the write up of the meditation, like what you're doing and how to walk through it and how to do it. So let me practice it a little bit. Let me get an idea of the flow, and I'll post it. You know, I'll post a blank version of it, a guided meditation version of it. I feel like this is something that even if you don't know Reiki, and you can go back and give yourself a hug, go back and just put your hand on your own heart back in whenever it was and just say, I love you, you are safe, I'm always here. Even that, there are times in our lives when that little bit of self-love would make all the difference in the world. So I want to share this. I want to share this gift. Totally amazing. Okay. All right, more videos to come. Love you guys. Bye.